What is the smile demon truly? Is it a demonic entity from hell? Is it a parasitic entity from another dark dimension? Or is it something else entirely? Well, I think I found the truth, y'all. Because I made this video a couple months ago about how to kill the smile demon. I think I did a pretty good job, to be honest. A lot of people thought I was a nut job, which I am. But I think I did a good job. However, it did occur to me that in order to figure out how to defeat an entity like this, you gotta know what it truly is. And I was under the impression that it was still this kind of basic demonic entity that is very parasitic and powerful in nature, of course, but maybe I got it all wrong. What the hell is this thing? I needed to break it down in my head, because I have made videos on this demon, this entity, without knowing what it is. Now, we go down the demon rabbit hole. What are demons? What do demons do typically in horror movies, okay? They destroy your faith. They try to take your faith in God. They're trying to spite God at every turn. They take your soul, either for themselves or for Satan, their lord, or they possess you so they cause harm and chaos to others in our realm. That's usually some of the common things we see with demons. Along with them trying to basically turn a cross, burn crosses, destroy everything that's remotely religious and biblical, right? Now, this is a collector. It collects souls to some extent. It collects your smiles and then offs you. It makes you off yourself and then goes on to the next, right? It is a collector. But I don't think its motivation is rooted in the biblical. When I look at this creature, this is not the kind of creature that I think a cross would do anything to. Or I don't even think this being has anything to do with any fallen angels or Satan or God. I don't think so at all. Part of me thinks that this being could be more in the sphere of what Pennywise and Slender Man are. Eldritch beings, Lovecraftian beings from a different dimension entirely. That's not really regulated to hell or heaven. I think possibly another theory that could explain what the smile demon is he is a creature, a non-corporeal form, a sticky kind of like parasitic plankton that sticks here and there and existed in a liminal veil, the space between spaces where forgotten gods and Lovecraftian beings are present. And over time, this creature just started drifting, like the sticky piece of plankton that's parasitic in nature. It was drifting and drifting and drifting until it found us. It found humanity. And we somehow let it in. We let it in to our minds so that it could start to spread and do what it's not able to do in the liminal veil, because now it has a playground with life in it. But I'm still doubtful of this. I don't know if this is a Lovecraftian being from another dimension. There's something off about all this, guys. My instincts, my cocaine-based instincts tell me that this is something else entirely, okay? There's another theory that says we made it, that it was born through our trauma or through a ritual that we created that involved some sort of trauma. And through that, this being came out and started spreading. I liken this being to a creature in another horror movie called The Babadook, all right? There's this movie called The Babadook, in which this being starts haunting this family, okay? This being, the Babadook, is basically it's the manifestation of living depression, existential depression, okay? And basically, what happens is, if you read from this children's playbook, you kind of let it in. And symbolically, you let it in anyways, because if you're already suffering and kind of depressed and are repressing it, you're ripe for this creature to come out and start fucking with you. And it starts fucking with this mom and her child. She's lost her husband. This is a household that's gone astray. And she's depressed, and it starts coming in, fucking around with them, trying to seed itself in there. It's basically like a lower tier, less powerful version of the Void from Thunderbolts, Sentry, without the powers, but it's the same kind of concept. It's like literal depression, all right? And it works in a similar way to the smile demon, right? It works its way into you, breaks you down until it tries to possess you and makes you do something horrible, like killing someone. And the smile demon makes you off yourself. This one makes the mom try to kill her own child, right? Causes as much disarray in the household as possible. Just pure darkness and gloom. And this is not a demon. You might think this is like an ancient evil spirit from hell or some shit. No, this is not a demon, it's something else. It's actually what is known as a TULPA. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I'm so bad at this shit. It's a TULPA. A TULPA is basically a thought form that's able to enter our realm, our plane of existence, through our pure belief in it. If we believe it's real, it'll become real. It'll become its own entity. It's a very fucking scary, weird concept that doesn't make a lot of sense. It didn't make a lot of sense to me either. We just believe in something and it becomes true. But even in real life with psychosomatic illnesses where you believe something's happening to your body and it actually does, it's very similar but on a spiritual level, a mental level. This creature can only be beaten by belief. Who the fuck made this slide, man? It's supposed to say belief. I don't know who. My assistant is going to be fired one of these days. These are sexual deviants as well. Can only be beaten by belief. It's like mental fortitude and believing that you can be beyond this depression, this freaking depression mindset that you have. Like surpassing that, defeating that is how you defeat this being. You can't defeat it physically. There's no such thing as beating this thing in a fight. It's an entity, it's a tulpa. It's not a literal demon that, oh, here's a cross or here's like holy water on the possessed person or here. No, it's belief. It's belief. And some could say, okay, that makes it an easier being to defeat. But bro, overcoming literal depression while you're about to be forced to kill your own son because you're possessed by this thing, yeah, that's not easy at all. It's an idea or being willed into existence through focused thought, emotional belief. The more people fear it, feed it, and fixate on it, the more independent and powerful it becomes. And I believe that's what happened with the smile demon. Think about it like this. Look how ripe our world is for a being like this to come to the fray. Decades of societal pressure in media, family, and even therapy has ingrained one little thing. Smile through it. Be strong. Don't let them see you cry. Doesn't matter what's going on. Just smile through it and you'll get through the day. In hospitals, homes, schools, people suffering deeply were told to mask it with a smile. Children at funerals were forced to be brave. If their freaking dad's body was there in a coffin, they were forced to smile through it. Abuse survivors pretending everything was okay with a smile. Global pressures basically caused millions to repress all the horrors in their life behind an artificial smile. And this cognitive dissonance birthed something dark. A collective emotional hallucination, a psychic scar that eventually took form into this monstrous abomination hellspawn that looks like a freaking tumor with eyes. There's only one thing. How did it come to be? What was the inciting ritual that caused this thought form to come into the fray? Because in the Babadook, what it took was somebody believing in this being and writing a book about it. And all it takes is for the right family with the right repressed depression to read this book and let it into their home, right? So what was the inciting incident for the smile demon? Well, I believe it had to be someone smiling uncontrollably before dying, and somehow this event was documented. Either it was filmed or journalized, or it became something that people just started observing over time. Here's where things get dark. I think it could be anything. It could be someone being tortured while smiling and then offing themselves. It could be anything. I think it was someone getting molested and then smiling through it and then offing themselves, and many people watched. Now, the reason why I think it is because everything about the smile demon, the way it takes you over, the way it hallucinates, it's violating you physically on every level. Literally, she gets an arm stuck down her mouth. I'm pretty sure these people are getting molested and the movies just don't show it. But if you're telling me a hallucination of a man smiling or a woman smiling on you, molesting you isn't one of the hallucinations they have felt and we just haven't seen yet, no. It's literally assault. It's non-consensual assault of the highest order. I truly believe an inciting incident was some sickos filmed a woman getting molested and she was smiling through it. And this caused something to happen. Either it was filmed or talked about and people watched this event with obsession until they believed it was a curse. A lot of people started watching her offer herself. And then this caused people to off themselves as well. And then people were like, okay, this is a curse. It became a meme and then became a curse. And then people start fearing it for real, saying there's something supernatural and demonic about this. And then this idea spread. So it started out as like an inciting incident, which was like a molestation with a smile on it. Then it became a meme, a joke. Then an urban legend. Then became an actual fear and superstition. And then a pattern started rising of deaths. And then this belief in all this caused the birth of the parasite later. A full-on tulpa was created. Just like the Babadook needed the book as a medium, the smile entity needs a witness, a death, and emotional vulnerability. And here's the thing, it's no longer bound to like one host or one kind of medium. It's in every anxious mind waiting. It's as much of an idea as it is a monster. It makes sense. It just makes sense to me that that's what this is. It's in all of us. It just needs an inciting incident to completely seed into us fully. We all have trauma. Right? We all have baggage. We all have dark thoughts. but it just needs a little push to get inside and violate the fuck out of you. That's what I think the smile demon is, yo. Simply put. All right? I believe it is a tulpa. I don't believe it's a demon. I don't believe it's a cosmic entity from another dimension. No. I believe it was created through us. If you want to know how to defeat this motherfucker, you can watch this video on how to beat the smile demon over here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zafy Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. This movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.